everyone. Welcome to The Gig, a series about film and TV from behind the scenes and on the screen. We are your hosts, Leyla T. Rosario.
And Ransom.
And today we are interviewing comedic actress, writer, improviser, Monique Moses.
Yes. Monique has studied at UCB and the Pit and has performed at comedy clubs, theaters, colleges, and festivals all over the country with various improv teams. Monique Moses has also starred in and created content for Funny or Die, College Humor, Mashable, Refinery 29, Bustle, and IFC Comedy Cribs with her web series, Expat.
Yes. Damn, that's a lot. That's impressive. Yeah. Currently, Monique Moses is the writer, creator, co-executive producer, and actress in Astronomy Club, the sketch show on Netflix. Astronomy Club in season 1 has 6 hilarious, binge-worthy episodes, and Kenya Barris from Blackish, Grownish, Mixedish is the executive producer.
Yes,
Woo!
Natty.
Yes.
Natty, yeah.
Well, hello,
Hi.
and thank you for being here.
Thank
So
you.
just tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get into acting and writing and improv, like the whole thing?
Sure, yeah. So I've been doing it since I was very, very little. It's all I wanted to do. I said to myself, if I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, so I said, why don't I be an actress so that I can be everything? I can play everything. In hindsight, I should have become a doctor or an accountant. Pays better in the short term. But yeah, so you know, I'm from Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, I grew up there. I moved here in, I'm not gonna say the age. I moved here when I was a woman of a certain age, and but I had all my formative years there. I went to high school, I went to college there, and all through high school I did theater. All through college, my major was drama studies. Actually, I was more into the other side of it, so I was like a directing major. But then I did a ton of acting on the side.
Tell us a little bit about Astronomy Club. What is the series about?
Okay, certainly. I'll preface it a little bit to let you know that Astronomy Club is a real team. We were created in 2014. We were just like, you know, different improvisers doing our thing. Some of us were on a team called Nobody's Token. We were sick of being the token colored person on all white teams, so we started our own improv team. I joined later in that, so I can't claim that. But so we were on that, and then there were some other improvisers that we knew, and one member, James III. If you watch the show, can I swear? No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
We shit on him constantly. It is fiction, kind of. He helped create the team because he brought all these people together, and then we all auditioned as a team to be a house team at UCB. Back in the day, you could do that. They don't allow that anymore. But they have this sort of like passport system where you can only be a full team for like a year. We didn't want to break up because we were fully formed before we were there, so we started writing sketch together. And then we had a sketch show at UCB, and Comedy Central really liked what we were doing and asked us to be one of their comics to watch in 2016. From there, we got our digital series with them, and then from there, we got our series with Netflix because they could see how much fun we have when we're writing sketch together and performing together. So, to the show, present day, it's 2020, we have a show on Netflix, and the show is about, it's like a conceit of a reality show and a sketch show. We are writing the sketch show as we are doing the reality show. But when you watch the reality show, it doesn't really allude to the sketch show. It's just like a nice interstitial device to get to the show. And it's we take like our personalities and we heighten them obviously to absurd levels. I am a bit of a diva, but not as much as I am in the show. And yeah.
Now, what advice would you give to potential actors that want to create their own sketches and perform?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do it. Like, that's the thing. It's just do the thing. So you find a venue. If like a theater like UCB or the Pit doesn't have room for you, then there are tons of like smaller venues that can do it. There are venues that are even bigger than those theaters that you can go to and approach it in a very like, I'm sort of like a playwright, but my focus is comedy and sketch comedy, and they will, you know, they will definitely take a look at your work. I just think people rely too much on others to create opportunities for them. And the one thing that has really helped me is creating my own opportunities and working with a ton of people. I mean, I work with Astronomy Club, but like, maybe it's the nature of being an improviser where we're placed on different teams, you know, maybe once every year, once every 2 years. But like, there was a time when I was doing all that digital work, right? Where it's literally just like anybody who called me and was like, can you be in this? I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Doesn't matter if you're not paying me, doesn't matter if you are, like, I just want to work with as many different people as possible. So I feel like that's a big thing to do. Just work.
So can you give us any tips for like writing for comedy for anyone that's kind of starting out?
Yeah, I think that what people tend to do is they go complicated. So they have these big ideas and they're like, this would be funny if this happened, and then if this like guy falls off this, and then like, oh, we need a backstory. We need to know like back when he was 10 years old, this happened to him, this, and it's so funny if that happens. I think people need to just realize they need to be simple. Pick one funny thing. So I also teach at UCB, and like a big tantamount there is like one unusual thing. Find the unusual thing, take that, blow that out, right? The funny, it comes from like you playing that same behavior in unexpected ways, not just doing a funny thing and the brand new funny thing and a brand new funny thing and a brand new funny thing.
Yeah, like the rule of three, about what I know about comedy. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that helps. Also, if let's say you're writing a sketch, when I write, I like to, I sort of make an outline in the same way that people make outlines for their scripts. So the thesis of your sketch is the joke. It's what is unusual, what is funny, and then the moves on it. So the different beats of your sketch are like the moves you do to showcase the joke. So writing an outline, being like, this is what I want to do in this, helps you when you're starting to write.
I want to take your class.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Let us know when you do teach that.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah. Have you experienced any sexism or racism in the industry?
One thing that has been a big thing for me is that as someone who comes from, like, my family was the only Black family in a county, and so I've always had to be like the only Black person in a room to teach people how to be Black. And I'm like, it can be a lot of pressure to put onto one person to be a representative for like an entire culture, entire race of people, when everybody knows that not every Black person is alike. And I think that's what's so great about Astronomy Club, is that we are 8 different perspectives, 8 different genders, different socioeconomic backgrounds, and just like we grew up differently, but we all come together because there are inherent things that we understand and want to express, and you know. So
tell us about your what's next for you. What's your upcoming projects?
What's next? Well, I mean, I'll start with like the things that I do around the city. If you're in New York City, please come to UCB and watch my shows. I'm on a team called Airwolf that performs every Saturday night at 9 p.m. UCB and Subculture. I also do the sort of flagship show at UCB called ASCAT. That's on Sunday nights, starts at 7:30, goes all the way to 11:30. It's 2 shows. And then, yeah. Oh, I have a show on IFC, the web series, IFC Comedy Cribs. It's called Expat. It's like a digital web series where this blogger from Canada who now lives in Brooklyn is, you know, trying to just live her life, but I play 100 different characters, which is always fun to do. It's like Freaky Friday. Yeah, so
you got a lot going on.
2020. Her division.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yay.
Woo.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.